It's hard to do work here in this place. Everyone's joking around. Anyways, this is what we have going on next. Progression number 2, we were talking about toes to bar, and you saw me do it on the high rings. But now what we do is the high rings gives you a lot of margin of error. So what you're going to start doing is start shortening the strap. So magically I have some short strap rings set up right here, and what you'll see is that this is pretty similar to the bar, but because they're hanging, it gives you enough room to still be able to do the same movement, toes to bar, allowing you to have some margin of error and just working on that hip flexion. I am a little stiff right now, so it would be hard for me. So that's how you would work your way up. You would start with a long strap, work your way to a shorter strap. And what we're looking at here is to be able to connect and link these movements together. If you can't link them together, you're going to be wasting a lot of energy, and it's not going to transfer into other things that we do outside. I joke around and say I practice working out. Basically what I'm doing is I'm taking movements that are kind of technical, like a toes to bar, I put them into a workout, but I scale them down so I can do many repetitions in a row, high volume, and with good connectivity where I can actually connect every single one and I can find flow. And that flow is super important for me and super essential if you want to see longer term base skill performance in the long run. So that's the toes to bar. Now, we need to get a little crazy here and a little strict. So we're going to go over to this bar, and what we're going to work on right now is just a strength piece. We had kipping, now we're going to go on strength. If we come over to this bar, if you watch me from the side, one of the things that we see with our athletes is that if they are working on strict toes to bar, which is that same movement we just did without a kip, we will see a lot of our athletes pull with the arm. And this is what we see. This is an exaggeration. Pull back with the arm. That pull back is not going to last very long. And to be honest with you, what it's doing is taking away from positional strength overhead and not allowing you to maximize hip strength. Why do we want to maximize hip? Is because the hip is the main power generator. So one of the things that you can do is you can do toes to bar, have someone holding your back. So when you start rising, there's no reach back. It stays hanging. And the only thing we see moving are the legs because the hips are flexing. So what I want you to do is I want you to take progression 1 of the kipping toes to bar, partial ranges, plus this one, and I want you to connect both of them. Can you make the hip fold without the shoulders having to go into this pulling mechanics? So the shoulders hang, the hips flex. That's all I'm looking for. If you can connect those two, your toes to bar will be extremely efficient.